Alright, I'm back. We're up to the Sammy mission, Orange Star, Advance Wars 2. This is gonna be great. Black hole's closing in. Can I hold the bridge? I'm pretty sure we can hold this bridge here. Lord Flack! The Orange Star forces are sighted on the opposite shore. What? Is that all they got? Huh, send out the tanks. Tanks are powerful, and they can move far. Tanks are the bank. Yes, tanks are the best. If you want to win most matches, you just go tank, tank, tank all the time. Orange Star COs, huh? I will crush them. I'll crush them all. This is Border Skirmish, Mission 2. I play as Sammy. It'll be pretty awesome. Commander, enemy troops have been spotted on the far side of the river. Are you sure? Here? In this rural area? What are your orders, ma'am? Should we cease ops and attack? That's affirmative, soldier. We can't allow the enemy a foothold this deep in Orange Star territory. Good assessment, Sammy. That's the tactical sense I expect from a Special Force Commander. Now, what are you doing here? Tracking down the CO who's invading Orange Star, of course. Sammy, can I trust you to take care of this situation? Yes, ma'am. But if you have some advice you could offer, I'd feel much more confident. Wink, wink. Happy to, Sammy. Okay, troops, let's move out. Ugh. More tutorial. Lord Flack, our infantry has reported finding Orange Star properties. What? Enemy cities capturing bases is grunt work. But I was told we need cash to fund the invasion. Listen up, if it ain't nailed down, steal it. Now cities, bases, whatever, they all got a capture number of 20. Any infantry with an HP of 10 can reduce the capture number by 10. So, so you mean you could secure a property in 2 days? If I move or get taken out while capturing, you gotta start all over again. You got that? Well then, get moving. Black Hole needs cash. So he just taught you a tutorial lesson about how you can capture. Sammy, you know the basics of troop deployment, so please look at the cursor and tell below. There are some stars below the headquarters, right? Those illustrate the level of defense cover offered by the terrain. The higher the defensive cover, the less damage you take in combat. So try choosing the terrain that allows you to mitigate battle damage. If you need terrain intel, just press the R button. That means it's better to engage tanks from the woods, rather than on the plains or roads, right? You got it. You go get him, Sammy. You can do it. Okay. So first things first here, we're going to move this guy over here. You can start capturing. And I'm always amazed at your ability to capture properties. So yes, Sammy's got the ability that she captures a little bit more with her infantry. In this case, a 10 HP infantry captures 15 instead of the normal 10. Damaged infantry, of course, would mean that in any case, any other person in this game, whether, it be Andy or the final boss, their infantry can only take 10. So if they take 1 damage, they're capturing only 9 space, or 9 of the 20 per turn, minimum of 3 turns. Sammy, not so much. She gets bonus, like I said, and even if her infantry or mechanized units take a little bit of damage, they can still cap a city in 2 turns. And then in this game, she gets a super, super duper power, which no matter how much HP her mech or infantry have, they can immediately capture any property when her superpower is activated. So super broken, but not, well, I wouldn't say broken. It's super great. I'm borderline broken in a lot of cases. That extra speed is useful CO power you have in combat. Thanks. Being good at capturing and troop deployment is fine, but I'm not very comfortable attacking with non-infantry units. I guess that's something I'll have to work on. Yes, that is important. However, it's vital that you utilize your technique talents and develop your own fighting styles too. My own fighting style? You're right, I'll do my best, ma'am. That's the spirit. I'm counting on you. Let's get back to my explanation. I'd like to discuss the city you started capturing. Unlike enemy HQs, capturing this property won't win you the battle. However, all bases are vital to the success of any campaign. Can you tell me why? Because they provide defensive cover as well as funds, right? Absolutely right. Nicely done, Sammy. Your army receives funding daily from all allied properties. If you have deployment properties, you can use the funds to ready new troops. As you have no deployment properties, your funds will only go towards repairing your units. So having lots of properties is never a bad thing. So capture as many as you can. So we're gonna weigh whether I want to attack with him or him first. I think this is a mechanized unit. Mechs are stronger than infantry units. Any foot soldiers they can capture, use transports and cross mountains. As it says under CO on map menu, your tops with infantry. Infantry under your command have superior firepower. This allows them to hold their own even against tank units. Be careful not to let the enemy fire on you first, though. So I guess I'll take a little bit of time here. I forgot to show this off with Andy. You can look at, much like in Advanced Wars 1, you can look at the commanders of the two or multiple armies that are on the field right now, as well as their amount of gold they have currently. Flak hasn't gone yet. He hasn't gotten a turn. That's why he's got 0. As well as a short description of the character. If we press down, we're going to see their regular powers. So Sammy, when we start using powers, she'll have double time, which will allow her mechs and infantry units to receive an extra space of movement and increase their strength as well. That's on top of the regular 10% bonus that you get for popping a power in this game. And then what they added in this game is superpowers, which you'll see on the next down. They're more expensive than your regular superpowers, but they also tend to be much better. In a lot of cases, you want to save up for your superpower over your regular power. In this case, Sammy's superpower is super broken. Increases all foot soldiers' movement by 2 spaces, so mechs move 4 spaces instead of 2. It doubles their movement. Infantry go from 3 to 5, and they can capture in 1 turn even if they're not at full HP. So that's 100% capture rate regardless of what HP they're at. And then this last screen, which I really love, is it shows you where they're stronger, where they're weaker. So for instance, Sammy gets extra movement regardless on her transport units to the right hand side. So APCs, transport copters, and landers all get an extra movement, which is great. Her infantry, as well as her mechanized units, get, I believe that is 30% extra damage, though I'm not 100% sure. That might just be 20%. And then, unfortunately, all of her direct combat units, so her bombers, her tanks, her anti-airs, anything that's not an indirect unit will get a small penalty of about 10%. So that's Sammy's negative. Her positives very much outweigh her negatives in this game. I just love what they did with Sammy in this game. And then we can look at we'll look at Flak as well. Flak, he gets a little bit of a bone, I believe. Well, we'll take a look here in a second. But Flak is a luck-based CO where his luck tends to be increased on both the good side as well as the bad side. So he tends to have a little bit more luck, good luck as well as bad luck in this game. So he's very likely to have a situation where he ends up with the good luck roll, where his infantry can roll in and take out medium tanks. But he's also equally likely to get bad luck roll, and which his medium tanks can't take out even just regular tanks. It's kind of embarrassing in some cases. Brute Force increases this disparity, increases the chance that he'll get a better or weaker blow, and then Barbaric Blow sort of doubles that. It increases a percentage by which he has better luck or worse luck. So he's a little bit of he runs hot and cold, in other words. So we're going to use the mechanized infantry first. He's got a little bit of a bonus, 71% damage. That's definitely better than a tank unit. So that'll take a little bit of damage, but not a lot of damage. We're gonna put the tank here, so we have forward, you know, a little bit closer to the bridge here. So that'll give us a little bit of advantage, and then we will push with the artillery unit, which she's going to explain now, as well as the below APC, so we can move them closer to this bridge. The unit you've selected is an artillery unit. It's an indirect combat unit that can fire on enemies from a distance. Attacking from distance means you have no fear of counterstrikes. However, indirect combat units cannot fire on adjacent units. That means indirect combat units cannot counterattack. Okay, I'll try not to expose them to direct fire. If you're able to do that, I'm sure they'll treat you right. One more thing, indirect combat units cannot fire after moving. They can only attack from their current location. Understood. I'll use these units to lie in wait and ambush the foe. Perfect. Now do you remember how to check a unit's range of fire? Place the cursor on the unit and press the B button. See the lights? Artillery units have a range of 2 to 3 spaces. You can confirm this intel by pressing the unit and pressing the R button. So we'll take a look here real quick. Movement 5, Vision 1. Currently hasn't used any fuel. He's got nine whatever you want to call it, shells. He's got a primary cannon but no secondary fire, and he can fire on every unit type except for air units. He can fire on ships, fire on submarines, vehicles, infantry units, just nothing that flies. So we're going to move you up as far as you'll go. APC, let's see here. APC we'll put here. We want to load up the mechanized unit on the next turn, and then we'll push this way towards the headquarters. Likely what's going to happen is we're just going to clean the board off. That's a save feature. I don't care about saving right now. We're going to probably clean the board off before that happens. Grr! 2 women COs? Good country, I must have it. Ooh. Somebody needs to go to horny jail. 2 women. Ouch, that unit's been hurt. I need someplace to rest it. Don't panic, Sammy. There's a way to help that unit out. Units have taken damage can rest on allied properties. While they're resting, they can recover 2 HP at the start of each turn. Plus, resting units also replenishes all their fuel and ammo. Bases also have the advantage of high terrain cover. Spectacular. You're right. However, enemies receive the same benefits from their bases. So, capturing properties is vital to any successful combat plan. Understood. Capturing is something I excel at. Okay, so we're going to finish capturing. Our turn. Move any damaged unit into a secure property and rest them. Be sure to continue capturing any bases that are not yet secure. Now, maybe this is something you've been wondering about. There are some numbers displayed next to your picture, right? Those numbers are your current funds. You have 6,000 G. Funds are used to deploy new troops, but don't worry about that now. Depending on the unit's cost, some funds might need for repairs. That's it for my lesson today. Can I leave the rest up to you? Yes, ma'am. I feel confident of victory. So this unit will not make it all the way here. We're going to use the APC. We're going to move it forward here, drop it off into the base, and then we're just going to check our ranges here, make sure these guys can't attack. You'll finish capturing this base. So that's all captured up. Great. And then this is leave you where you're at. We don't take initial damage. And this is pretty good. So pretty much regardless, if you're going to heal a unit, you're going to see a decrease to the amount of funds you have. So on next turn, I will end up with 1, 2, 3,000 more gold. So that'll put me at double check something here. Whatever. I have slightly higher funds than I had anticipated because I just captured this base, but I have an extra 1,000 funds more than I was anticipating. Anywho, What will happen is there'll be a slight reduction in funds to heal this mechanized unit, and then we'll of course get our allowance, our turn amount of income. So this is great. We're gonna put an initial herding on this tank unit. That'll soften it up for the mechanized, which I'm gonna. Well, I could technically go either way. 47. You're gonna do what? 57, right? 68. So we will actually go. Normally do the opposite. Usually go mech first, then tank. You know, because the mech is the weaker of the two units. It's also the cheaper of the two units to heal. However, in this case, because the tank, or because Sammy is a infantry specialist, she'll do more damage than the tank could. Alright, and then we'll load up this infantry here. I'm trying to think here. We'll just wait here with this. We'll use him kind of as a decoy, take less damage. We may see the tank. No, the tank did not retreat. That's okay. I kind of was hoping he would do that. I also believe that the APCs are a little more burly in this game than they were in the first game. I'm very used to APCs taking a ton of damage just from damaged units that are sort of... shouldn't really do a lot of damage, but they do. So... you're out of position, so we'll move you back one. I made a boo-boo here, I think. So... can't move because I'm blocked out. Yeah, let's just move back. I'm gonna move up and take out this tank unit. We'll allow the infantry to move in. 1, 2, 3, so he's probably dead if I don't move anything up. Not the best move, but we'll move the infantry up to protect this unit from getting killed. No, I don't, I say, thank you. And then, beautifully enough, in this game, it defaults directly to saving first. Again, I probably shouldn't have loaded up the APC here. That's okay. So, we'll do some damage here. So we got this pretty well in hand. I'm going to unload the APC this time because I want this unit to be out. You can move up here and we'll end our turn. Alright, so they combine the units here. Do I have enough movement? I do not. Two out. I'm sort of used to the harder version of this game, so loading APCs is usually the right move on most turns. Because we're playing on normal or easy mode, I'm making some mistakes that sort of costing me a little bit of turn time. Ultimately, it doesn't matter, but because I'm gonna get a 300 here. But did a little bit slower than I possibly could. Grr, not bad for a girl. You're the black hole, CO. You're just a thug. Who do you think? Yap, yap, yap. Shut your trap. I'm leaving for now. Next time I'll put you in your place. Hey! He escaped. He was so rude, too. Ooh, that makes me so angry. If I get a chance, I'm gonna run him down. I'm glad we can depend on you, Sammy.
Mission complete.
Flex. Another 300. That big thug, he won't get away next time. Yeah, they won't ever get away. They definitely won't always Batman away. Save current data? Oh look, it defaulted to yes, so I don't accidentally not save. Hooray! Alrighty. So as you may have noticed, these episodes are going to take longer than the Advance War 1 episodes, but this is going to be fun. I love Advance Wars 2. Alright, I will see you guys next time. We're going to... Well, let's take a look real quick. I'll give you a little preview. It's a max level, I believe. Yeah, max level. Alright, next time.